Welcome back to another episode of Titan Talk. We are now shooting episode 4. Yeah. So, this episode is very special. We have 3 new guests, 3 different individuals, 3 different journeys. But for the most part, we have 3 different perspectives. So, we're going to get started with introductions. I'm going to go ladies first and start to my left.
My name is Zaria Fox. I'm in the 8th grade, and the fun fact about me is that today is my birthday.
Ooh, love it. Happy birthday, baby. Go ahead.
My name is Layla Ha. I'm in 7th grade, and my favorite food is Chipotle.
Oh, I love Chipotle as well. So if you guys want to send us, Layla and I, Chipotle gift cards, please send them.
My name is Derek Allen, or DJA if you want to call me that. I'm in 8th grade, and I'm a pretty creative individual.
Okay, I love it. So 3 different individuals. We have 2 8th graders, 1 7th grader. So my first question to each of you, and we can start wherever we want to, is what activities have you encountered here at Mallard Creek STEM Academy, and tell me how those went for you. If you loved them, if it was a great experience, or something that you really absolutely loved above everything else.
Well, I can start off with robotics.
Okay, cool.
Mr. Thomas had enrolled me, and I kind of signed up for it at the end, but we were talking in 7th grade, and he had said that there was a new robotics club starting in his room. I had absolutely no idea what he was talking about, but I was a pretty good VEX Code programmer in 6th grade, so I wanted to go into his room and figure it out. And I actually remember like the opening day when I went into his room too. There was just this big closet that we had no idea what was in. He opened it up, and we got like all the parts and pieces laid out in front of us. So we put together robots and started programming and coding. He started talking about different kinds of things we could plan out for the future. It was really fun.
Cool. Sounds like you're getting a pretty decent experience at a STEM school.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
STEM
So
school.
what was your favorite part about that? Just that
Uh,
experience.
Definitely putting it together. I know it's supposed to be technology for STEM, so it's more like programming, but my friends Connor and Tony, they were the programmers of our kind of group, and me and Wayne, who were also in the robotics club, we were putting all of the pieces together. So we got to add the wheels off to the gears and sides, and then play around with the different parts so we could see what the magazine had put, and then try a totally different way. Yeah.
Cool. I love it. Zaria? Activity?
I did basketball this year, and the experience was it was really fun, cause I've been doing basketball for a long time, and it's just really me. So.
Okay, so you feel like that's something that you are becoming a basketball player.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And how many years have you done basketball at Mallard Creek?
2 years.
2 years. I love that. So 2 years, 2 conference championships. It might be safe to say that you're the good luck charm. Every time you're on the team, you win a conference championship, right?
Yes.
All right, I like that. Layla.
I was on the MCSA pageant last year, and I had one.
I love that. So let me get back to the pageant, but Layla also left off an important piece. She also helped out the basketball team this year. We probably couldn't have got through the basketball season without her. She did the scoreboard, she did stat sheets, she was a team manager, she was a team supporter on the road, cheering the girls on a lot of times, cheering the guys on a lot of times. During the championship game, cheering both teams on. So she was definitely needed and very helpful. But getting back to that pageant, talk to us a little bit about last year's pageant, going through like the rehearsals and then leading up to it.
So last year's pageant was really fun. The rehearsals weren't that bad. It was just that there was a certain deadline that you had to get things done by. And also there's lots of poems you had to do. But my favorite experience from it was how just being there with everyone else and meeting new people from 8th grade, since I was just a 6th grader.
Cool. So for new pageant members, because I understand that you will be crowning this year's winner, is that correct?
Yes.
So for anyone who is participating as a new participant, what are some tips that might help them win, since you are the inaugural and the only winner? What might help them win the pageant this year?
I think that you should just be confident and be loud with your voice too, and then don't just slack off and do everything the day before the pageant.
All right, sounds good. And what was the best part of your particular piece or part in the pageant?
My favorite part was my act when I did a ribbon dance.
Okay.
That was my favorite part.
So you got a special talent then, huh?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. I like that. I like that. So I know I asked you, Derek, about what was your favorite experience with robotics. So along the same lines, but a little broader, I want to ask all three of you. What has been your favorite or most memorable experience here at Mallard Creek STEM Academy? Layla?
My favorite experience here at MCSA is probably like just being in the classroom and for leadership last year with Miss Fitz, because she was just funny and all that, and we did a lot of stuff in there and helped out people.
Okay, love it.
I can talk a little bit about Miss Bryant. We had the Renaissance play in 7th grade, and that was amazing. Just the experience of being able to play our parts and do our roles, that was just one of the greatest experiences I think I've had in my life, because we got to be able to enroll in whatever we were cast for, and the sign up to like the enrollment for it was really fun.
Okay.
Mine would be winning 2 championships and the booster-thon, the color line. It's just really having 2 coaches that really care and are there for you, like inside of school, outside of school, inside of basketball, and outside. Just the feeling of having someone there, and it's just fun, and they're also entertaining, Miss Walt and Miss Fitz.
I love that. I love that. That is something that I always sell parents on when they ask why they should have their kid play basketball or whatever sport. I think we have the best coaches for a multitude of reasons, but for the ones that you just said, on the court and off the court. I think it's that simple for me. When I look for coaches, I want coaches who are able to pour into you guys and get the skill levels up, but you guys can be yourselves around, and then they can also help you navigate through this middle school journey in a safe way, but then also kind of entertaining for you guys, right? So yeah, shout out to all the coaches, but specifically since you said them, Coach Wall, Coach Fitzgerald, and favorite experience for me has also been those championship games. I think for me, you always are behind the scenes doing work and things like that, but those championship games, you kind of get a chance to see why you do it and see the kids smiling and happy and taking pictures, and family members coming to the games and taking pictures with you guys and holding the trophy and things like that. So that's always the best part of the year for me, when obviously when we win, but to see the excitement and the thrill and the satisfaction, and then ultimately the hard work paying off. So cool, yeah. So favorite experience? You already answered that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one is, what makes Mallard Creek STEM Academy special? Like, I'm sure you have different friends at different schools or relatives. I'm sure you talk about your experience versus their experience. What makes Mallard Creek special?
What makes Mallard Creek special to me is like the teachers and all of that, because they're really supportive and they can be really funny. You can really just like go to them and talk about anything. They'll give you advice.
Love it.
I think
What makes Mallard Creek special?
I think that all the kids here, we all have our own personalities, and we'll have beef from time to time, but when it's time to like turn up, and when we have events, when we come together, we have everybody's dancing and stuff. Not everybody's like sitting on the side or on their phones or whatever. Everybody puts their phones out. Everybody knows how to have fun, and I think that's really like our main thing. And I think that's really why everybody like comes here. Everybody like likes to come here or whatever, because not everyone gets along, but we like know how to put our stuff aside and we know how to have fun.
Sounds good. So hard work and then still having fun. Okay. DJ?
I agree with that. I think that what makes this experience so great is the amount of planning that people put into this, and just the enrichment for all of our kids around us. It's just amazing to see all the events that we can also take course in, because people have planned it and put so much time and effort into it, so that way we can just have a lot of fun at the end.
it sounds like Mallard Creek is a well-rounded experience. I've heard pageants, I've heard sports, I've heard robotics. So we're getting the extracurricular activities. But let's shift our focus to academics. Has there been a teacher that you feel you learned the most from? So let's fast forward time. Let's say since you're middle school, let's say 20, 25 years from now, you have kids and you had to send your kid to one teacher and you knew that they were going to get a great learning experience. They were going to learn as much as they can. Every day that you sent them to school, you could be very assured that they were going to get the best education possible. Do you have one teacher here that you would say, yes, I learned that much from them?
Can there be more than one?
Not right now. Well, yeah, give me two or three.
I was
Give me
hoping
two or
you would
three.
too. I think I just narrowed it down. So, yeah, that is a tough question. But I mean, just everyone is just so amazing as a teacher here. You gotta like limit it down because every single teacher is just doing their hardest.
I love that.
I think Miss Gray would be my choice. Like in your scenario, if I had to send my kids to school again and there was one teacher that just would focus on any subject really, Miss Gray in 8th grade, she is just one of the most phenomenal teachers that I could recommend to anyone because, I mean, for the experience, the lessons that I went through, throughout 8th grade, we've been changing teachers and subjects and things have been switching around. So Miss Gray had taught social studies for us for a while and we did amazing in her class. Then she switched us to Math 1 and now I'm getting a whole different experience and a whole different learning style from Miss Gray, but she's still able to teach the exact same way.
Oh, okay. I love that. So a little versatility in her teaching style, but she's still effective.
Very.
I love that. Zaria?
My first teacher would be Ms. Gray. We did, in the beginning of the year, we did have a lot of changes and stuff, but whatever subject Ms. Gray was in, she always held us down. And we learned so much from her in the past couple of months, and we learned it really fast, and we caught on, and she's also understanding. And like, she doesn't get frustrated if you don't know what's going on. Like, she takes her time, she'll pull you to the side, and she'll help you with it so that you'll understand. Like, we'll never move on to the next lesson until everybody knows what they're doing, because she will not leave nobody behind. And another teacher is Ms. Jenkins. Ms. Jenkins just got here, but in her class, we learned a whole lot. And when everyone takes her test, everyone mostly aces her test. And she's just like Ms. Gray, she's understanding. She'll take her time. If you have questions, she'll answer your question. She'll pull you to the side if you need help, and she won't move on to the next lesson until everybody understands.
Cool, I love it.
I would say Mr. Fox because he is funny and then he does teach a lot, but in his like way, he's funny. He's a funny teacher, which he can add like funniness and make learning fun.
I love it. I love it. So shout out to those teachers, Mr. Fox, Miss Gray, and Miss Jenkins. I believe Miss Jenkins and Miss Gray are first-year teachers here at Mallard Creek STEM Academy. Am I correct in that? So good. Shout out to the individuals who hired them as well. Continue to bring the best teachers to our students because not only do they need them, but they deserve them. So shout out to all the teachers doing a phenomenal job. I know we did have the Amazon Teacher of the Year last year, which is super exciting. So super shout out to Mrs. Pierce as well. But I agree with you guys. It probably is a tough task to narrow it down because I've taught at 2 schools, and this is one of the schools where I do feel all of the teachers care about you guys and care about your work and if you're learning it and things of that nature. So shout out to all the teachers. And Teacher Appreciation Week is coming up in May, so hopefully you guys, make those little handwritten notes, and give them to all your teachers. I used to love those when I was a gym teacher. Coach Powell probably got upset with me because I would put them all over my office wall or whatever the case may be, but they just allowed me to help push through the rest of the year. So I would walk in on the toughest days and see, hey, Coach Clay, you're a great teacher. Coach Clay, I missed you while you were out. Coach Clay, you're the best PE teacher. And it would, bring me a little calmness, right? So the next thing is If there was one thing that you could change or add, not change, but add to Mallard Creek STEM Academy, what would it be and why? If there was one thing that you could add.
I think lockers.
Okay.
Because it's a nice school, but I feel like for the middle schools, I feel like we should have lockers so that we can get that real middle school experience.
Okay, so lockers, I like that. So what would you put in your locker?
My iPad, my notebooks.
Okay, all right, so you got plans already. Okay, cool. So would you decorate it? Would you put like Zaria, your basketball number, or your favorite colors on it, or?
Yes, I'm gonna put all of that in my locker.
All that, okay, cool. I love that. I love that. Any change? Yes.
I really wouldn't say there is anything that you could change about MCSA because it's just so good already. But maybe one thing you could change is the lunch food.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Just a little more
All
flavor.
right. All right. So is that the meat? Is that the vegetables? Is that the fruit? Is that the drink options?
It's like the total and
The
all
total package.
the
Okay.
yes.
All right. So we're writing that down. We're writing that down.
That's a good point. I say, as someone who just brings in their own food from home, I do not know
Yes.
what that must be about. I think if I had to change one thing about this school, and it's weird too because we almost never use them, but I think that's probably why. The bleachers, we get the stand experience, and sometimes people will come in and talk to us, so we gather everybody in the gym. But I always see like a problem, and it's not a horrible one, it's definitely not. This school is very good about keeping track of all their students, but as we're all coming into the bleachers or as we're all leaving, it's just all hustle and bustle. And maybe that's just how it's supposed to go, but it's like the bleachers always get messed up, or something else happens and people lose their stuff. And I hear reports about that, but then even from my friends, they'll lose stuff for a week or two until they find it again. So I would say it's not horrible at all, but if I had to change one thing, maybe we just find a new way to innovate the bleachers.
Okay. Cool. That's cool. We may have to chat about this off camera, see what that may look like. So the last topic for the day is quick thoughts. So I'm gonna give you a phrase, sentence, maybe one word, and you give me an answer within 3 to 5 seconds. Sound fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So the first question or phrase is, who's your favorite teacher? Might not be the best that you just talked about, but who's your favorite?
Miss Bryan.
Miss Bryan.
Mr. Fox.
Mr. Fox.
All of them.
Okay, you gotta pick one. I love the answer.
Misfits.
Miss Fitz, okay. So I know that might be a little uncomfortable because y'all like a lot of them. Talk to me about why you like so many teachers here. Do they have anything in common that makes you like multiple?
They just all have a personality. They're not like bland.
Okay.
They just all like you can hang out around them and then you still learn stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They're just all entertaining, which is the other fun part.
Yeah.
But then you get like the entertaining / education, and it's not like edutainment. That's just a very fun word that you use, where it's like they're trying to be entertaining, but they're really not for the kids, and it makes it even more bland. It's the exact opposite here.
Yeah.
They are able to somehow teach us, keep us going, and also entertain us at the exact same time. And that is a skill, like a life skill that you need.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah.
like that. So it's not fundatory.
Exactly.
Okay, I like it.
I think that they're just the teachers. They're just like they all have their own personality, like Layla said, and also they're just like funny, and it's like they can get you like after class. Like I like teachers to where in class they teach you learn, but after class we could play and joke around.
Okay, cool. All right, so this is about to speed up a little bit. So these quick thoughts are really about to get quick, okay? All right. What is your favorite season?
Fall.
Fall.
Yeah,
Summer.
autumn.
Summer, autumn, okay. Fall, summer, okay. All right. Who's your favorite celebrity?
Young boy.
NBA young boy.
I was about to
Okay.
say like Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, okay.
SZA.
SZA, okay.
I'm not current.
What is something that never fails to make you laugh?
People follow.
Keep it following. Okay, so note to self: never fall around Zari. Okay,
My friends.
friends. Okay,
Stand-up comedy or just comedy in general.
all right. Who is your biggest inspiration?
Myself.
Yourself.
She's a great person.
So,
Yeah, I like that. I'm trying to think of like a very fast one. Kind of like YouTube influence.
okay. That's right. YouTube influencer. Okay.
Yeah, like an influencer online. Yeah.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Purple.
Green.
Blue, purple, green. All right. What is your favorite food?
Crab legs.
Crab legs.
I've been passing back and forth between like apples and crackers.
Okay.
Pho.
What?
Pho.
Pho. Okay. Explain that to Coach Clay.
It's just like it's just like a soup with noodles and the meat inside.
Okay, what kind of meat is that? Like
Like
chicken, beef, pork?
Beef
Okay.
and pork.
Pho. I gotta get some of that. All right. So if you know any restaurants that serve some good pho, let me know. All right. Do you know any?
Mhm.
Which is your favorite?
There's many, but I like when my mom makes it more.
Okay. Shout out to Mama. I love it. Is there a restaurant here that if you had to pick some pho up?
I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it is in Charlotte.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds like they need to be a sponsor of Malibu Creek STEM Academy, so we will definitely be sure to reach out to them. Next thing, what is your favorite, or not what, who is your favorite friend here at Malibu Creek?
Nadia and Stella.
Only get one.
Gotta put a
Nadia
leverage
and
up.
Stella.
Nadia. I
Are
heard
they
Nadia.
are they like a combination now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we got to pick one. We got to make this a little harder. It's going to get a little harder.
I really hope they're not watching. Tony.
Tony? Okay.
Yeah.
I can't say. You mean you trying to make me break up my friendships?
Right.
No, it's not breaking up. It's just,
I think with girls is a lot harder because they're just a lot closer. I can just eliminate.
So I should give them a little bit of slack then.
No, I
like
can say
1.5.
it. Talasha.
Talasia,
Because,
okay. Okay, so we just doing the same thing over here, putting two people together. All right. Next question is, if you could if you could have any superpower, what would it be? Any superpower.
Teleport.
Invisibility.
Speed, actually.
Speed.
My last name is Allen, and I loved it when I heard that Barry Allen was a character, like as the Flash, the exact same way it's spelled. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. If you could go back to any age, what age would you go to?
2.
2, 5.
How do you guys remember that?
Just the time when we
Like
go to
8
school.
years old.
8.
Yeah.
All right. So, run from a lion, swim from a shark, or jump out of a moving plane into the ocean.
Jump out of the moon plane to the ocean.
I want to go like swim for
Take
the
swimming
shark.
lessons.
See, I'm afraid of heights, so I'm not jumping out
I
of the
am
plane.
too.
I'll probably pass out mid-air.
And you're going into the ocean still.
And you're still going into the ocean. So it might be some sharks there. So I don't know which one I would do. I think I probably would run from the lion. I might just try to climb a tree, hoping that it would just not do that. But yeah. So that's gonna do it for our 4th episode of Titan Talk. But before we ended, how'd you guys feel? Were you guys nervous?
About the interview?
Yes.
I'd say like half and half until I figured out what we were doing.
Okay.
It just kind of calmed down.
All right. Sorry.
I was kind of nervous because I thought I was in trouble
Oh.
until I found out what we were doing. And it
Okay.
was.
Cool. And before we let you guys go, what do you want to be when you grow up?
What do I want to be?
Yes.
I want to be. I want to play overseas, and then after I be a hairstylist.
Okay, so you want to play professional basketball overseas and then be a hairstylist. All right, I might grow my hair out, let you do some dreads or whatever.
That's
whatever
after
your
she wins
inspiration.
basketball games, though.
Yes, after she wins basketball games.
An engineer of some sort. I haven't figured what field yet, but also a published author.
Okay, cool. Engineering and published author. That's pretty cool. So that robotics was
Kind
somewhat.
of, yeah, building up to it. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I like that.
A nurse.
A nurse. Okay, cool. I love that. So again, that will do it for the 4th episode of Titan Talk. Please go ahead and like this episode. We truly appreciate you guys for tuning in. Have a great day.